What's a normal thing to do at 3 p.m. but a creepy thing to do at 3 a.m.? Knocking at someone's door. I leave my apartment door open. I like to encourage intruders. Where do you live? I might stop by. In the apartment with the open door. Walking to work. According to my campus police, apparently campus police have a tendency to be fanny holes. I once got stopped because my limp from my recurring hip problem looked like I was drunk. I was headed home from walking a friend back to her dorm 2 buildings away. Slowing driving through a suburban neighborhood in an ice cream truck that plays music. The only way to make it worse is if the ice cream truck has some sort of mascot and you have to dress up as him. Liking a picture of a girl you kinda know through some friends on Facebook. Ooh, what's her name? Sue. That's a bad name. Why don't you like someone with a better name? Like Sue? I know a Susan Sue. Searching for plants. Apparently, a biologist from my university was arrested in his own backyard while he was searching for a certain weed. What happened next? Well, first the cops asked him if he could ID himself, which he couldn't do immediately because his passport was in his house and he was in his backyard. However, the cops believed him to be a burglar, so they wouldn't let him go near the house. After a while, the biologist got tired of it and started walking towards his house, so the cops pepper sprayed him. I think he got taken to the police station where they could ID him some way or another. He was released but did receive a fine because he wasn't able to ID himself, which is bullshit. Fly a kite. There's something about flying a kite at night that's just so unwholesome. Fly a kite. There's something about flying a kite at night that's just so unwholesome. Have your Google Home or Alexa randomly say sorry I didn't catch that. Standing still on a city street corner all by yourself under an outlet street lamp. Yeah, that'd be really weird if the street lights were on in the afternoon. He's just standing there, menacingly. Extra points if it flickers. Coming home, covered in dirt, with a shovel. Lightning flashes as you enter the door. There's a hollow, almost sad look in your eyes. I can't believe I actually did it. Go ask to borrow my neighbor's ladder, or his shovel, and a bag of quicklime. Putting a rolled up carpet in the back of your pickup and driving off. Stare out your window into the world beyond your house. Just stand in the window and take it in. Martha, that hollow-eyed man across the street, is standing in his underpants and looking this way again. Stand outside a friend's house holding balloons. Why would that be normal at 3 p.m? Maybe it's their birthday and you're waiting for them to come outside. Surprise party works. Just randomly hanging out with balloons is not a usual occurrence lol. Eat a Krabby Patty. Oh boy, 3 a.m. Take your kids to the park. Take your someone else's kids to the park. Skip down the street, especially as a 6 feet bearded man, not without a bottle of vodka in your hand. Somehow the bottle of vodka makes it less creepy. Meeting with a friend in the park. Afternoon looks normal. At 3 a.m. it looks like a drug deal. Apparently grocery shopping. I have mental health issues and I have panic attacks / dissociative spells when there's too many people around and it's too loud. So the middle of the night is pretty much the only time I can do my shopping, but I always get looks. Screaming at spooky games at 3 a.m. Neighbor thought someone was being home invaded. Opened door to police and explained that I had just screamed out of fear playing game. Didn't realize how thin my house walls were. Dig holes in the backyard. Swinging on the swing set. Alone. Make sure it squeaks. And the next swing swinging on its own. Go on a run around the neighborhood. When you're 1 degree away from the equator, 3 a.m. is probably the best time you can go running marathon distances to avoid dying of heat stroke. Calling a fictional character on the phone for your YouTube channel. Don't call 911 at 3 a.m. or Elmo will come and piss on your dog. Not clickbait. Actually happened. Does it smell like Greg in here? Santa is always available at his hotline. Summon the devil. And why would that be normal in the afternoon? Because it is his time got lunch. But at 3 AM he will be sleeping and it'll be weird yo eat at that time. Call Peppa Pig. Wearing my $800 best business suit, the local police stopped me a couple of weeks ago, wanted to know my business, and asked to look into my briefcase. It had my mobile phone, iPad, notebook, pens and 4 chicken salad sandwiches plus a banana. They really wanted an excuse to book me for some reason. As the officer wound his window back up, I said, "Thank you, constable." He wound the window back down to view my poker face, hesitated, then drove away. It made my morning. Thanks for the interesting question. Regards. S. Handing out religious pamphlets door to door. That's always creepy. I worked the night shift for years. I'm also an avid gardener. A few years ago a friend gave me the head and legs from the deer he tagged to bury in my garden. It's fertilizer and the following year I dig up the skull. Makes perfect sense. My neighbors did not think the sight of me dragging a black garbage bag across my driveway, leaking blood BTW, then digging a hole, dumping the contents of the bloody bag in the hole, then filling the hole, was an appropriate task to execute at 3 AM. Drive through a nice neighborhood in a not so nice car. Used to work a shift that ended between 2 to 4 AM. My drive home took me through a pretty nice suburban development, and I got pulled over semi-regularly. Leave an elementary school. Also, drive a school bus. Wave to your neighbors. Well, if they are also digging holes in their backyard at 3 AM, it would be rude not to. Play in the yard with your child. Visit a cemetery with a candle in your hands. Yeah, that would add to the creep factor. Okay guys, don't forget to hit that sub button, also ring that shiny bell, like and share too, and check out other videos in our channel.